Have you ever wondered why your attention seems to function like a currency with diminishing returns? You invest it consistently. You're the one who texts first, who makes the plans, who shows unwavering interest. You give your attention freely, believing that the more you give, the more you'll be valued in return. But instead of appreciation, you're met with indifference. Your effort becomes expected, your presence becomes background noise, and your value seems to decrease with every text you send. Then, you stop. You pull back. Not as a game, but because you get busy, or you simply decide to invest that energy back into yourself. The constant stream of your attention dries up. And in the silence that follows, something profound happens. The dynamic shifts. The woman who saw you as a certainty now sees you as a question mark. This isn't a coincidence. It's a fundamental law of human psychology rooted in the principle of scarcity. And today, we are going to do a deep dive into the 3 powerful psychological shifts that occur in a woman's mind when you stop chasing her. This isn't about learning manipulative tricks. This is about understanding the deep-seated mechanics of value, intrigue, and attraction. By the end of this video, you will not only understand why your absence can be more powerful than your presence, but you will have a blueprint for how to embody the kind of self-possessed energy that attracts respect and desire naturally, without the need for constant pursuit. Let's begin. The first, and most immediate, psychological shift that occurs is the transition from predictability to mystery. Think about it, the human brain is a pattern recognition machine. It loves predictability because it's safe and requires very little energy to process. When you are constantly available, texting good morning every day, replying within seconds, always being the one to initiate, you create a very strong, very predictable pattern. She knows what you're going to do before you do it. While this might seem nice, in the context of attraction, predictability is the silent killer of intrigue. You become a solved puzzle. But the moment you stop, you shatter the pattern. The good morning text doesn't arrive. The instant reply never comes. The predictable source of attention is suddenly gone. This creates what psychologists call an information gap. The human brain is hardwired to despise unresolved loops and missing information. It's the same reason you can't stop thinking about a movie with a cliffhanger ending. Your mind needs to close the loop. When you pull back, you become the cliffhanger in her life. Her brain, which had comfortably filed you away in the predictable, interested guy category, is now forced to open a new file, one filled with questions. Why did he stop texting? Is he busy? Did I do something to push him away? Is he talking to someone else? Notice the shift. Before, her thoughts about you were passive. Now, they are active. She is actively investing her mental and emotional energy into trying to figure you out. You have moved from being the background noise to being the compelling signal she is trying to decode. This is not a game of making her think about you. It's a natural consequence of breaking a pattern. You've demonstrated that you are not a one-dimensional character whose life revolves around her. You've introduced complexity, depth, and unpredictability. You've introduced mystery. And mystery is the fertile ground where genuine curiosity and attraction begin to grow. The second psychological shift is even more powerful. It's the shift from pursuer to prize. In any human interaction, there is a subtle, unspoken frame that defines the dynamic. When you are the one constantly chasing, you are implicitly communicating a frame that says, your value is higher than mine. I need to work to earn your attention. You position yourself as the pursuer, and her as the prize. This is a losing frame from the start. A woman is not biologically attracted to the man who is chasing her, she is attracted to the man who is being chased by others, the man she has to work to win over. When you stop chasing, you don't just pause the pursuit, you shatter the entire frame. Your withdrawal is a powerful, nonverbal statement. It says, my time, my energy, and my attention are valuable resources. They are not given away for free. They must be earned and reciprocated. This triggers a concept known as opportunity cost in her mind. When you are always available, the perceived opportunity cost of her not investing in you is zero. She could ignore your text for hours, knowing you'd still be there. There was no risk of losing you. But when you disappear, the opportunity cost becomes real and tangible. She is now faced with the possibility of losing your attention for good. The human brain is wired to be loss-averse. We are more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining something. Your absence makes you a valuable asset that she is now at risk of losing. This is the point where she begins to reevaluate your worth. The same qualities she took for granted when you were present are now seen through a new lens. Your kindness, which seemed common, now seems rare. Your attention, which seemed abundant, now seems scarce. This isn't about you changing. You are the same man. What has changed is the frame. By refusing to play the role of the pursuer, you force her to reconsider your role. Is he the pursuer? Or is he, perhaps, the prize that I let slip away? This reframing is the essence of building attraction. It's not about convincing her of your value with words, it's about demonstrating your value with your actions, or in this case, your inaction. Now, understanding this concept of framing is absolutely critical. It is the foundation of all high-value interactions. If you are ready to move beyond just understanding this one dynamic and want to master the entire system of becoming a man whose frame is unshakable, I have compiled my definitive guide. It covers the advanced principles of confidence, communication, and emotional authority. You can find the link in the description below. And if you are committed to mastering this, I want you to join the movement. Go to the comments right now and type the word frame. It's a declaration that you understand that you are the architect of your own value. Now, let's get to the final, most advanced psychological shift. The third shift is the transition from comfort to craving. This delves into the neuroscience of attraction. When you provide constant, predictable attention, you give her a steady supply of comfort and validation. It's nice, but it's not addictive. It's like a vending machine. You put in the effort, you get the predictable, low-level reward. But when you withdraw your attention and then re-engage intermittently, you unknowingly tap into one of the most powerful drivers of human behavior, intermittent reinforcement. This is the same principle that makes slot machines in Las Vegas so addictive. You pull the lever, and you don't know if you're going to win or lose. This unpredictability floods the brain with dopamine, the neurotransmitter of craving and anticipation. It's the maybe that is far more compelling than a guaranteed yes. When you stop chasing, your attention becomes an unpredictable reward. She doesn't know when, or if, the next text will come. She doesn't know if you'll view her story. Your attention is no longer the vending machine, it's the slot machine. During the periods of your absence, her brain starts to crave the next hit of your validation. When you do eventually re-engage, on your terms, the emotional reward for her is far greater than it was when your attention was constant. This creates a powerful loop of craving and reward. This is why a woman might ignore a man who texts her all day, but feel a jolt of excitement when she gets a text from the man who only contacts her every few days. His attention is a scarce, unpredictable resource, and therefore, it is perceived as more valuable and is more chemically rewarding. Again, this is not about consciously playing games. A man with a genuine purpose in a busy, fulfilling life will naturally create this dynamic. He's not pretending to be busy, he is busy. He's not strategically waiting to text back, he's genuinely engaged in his own life. His intermittent reinforcement is not a tactic, it is a byproduct of his high value. So let's bring this all together. Stopping the chase is not an act of pride or a petty game. It is the ultimate act of self-respect. It is the moment you stop seeking validation from the outside world and start generating it from within. You disrupt the pattern of predictability and create a compelling mystery. You shatter the pursuer frame and force a reevaluation of your value. And you shift the dynamic from one of comfort to one of craving. You do this not by being cold or cruel, but by being so focused on your own path, on your own growth, that your attention becomes a privilege that must be earned, not a commodity that is freely given. When she feels this shift, when she realizes you are no longer there, her mind will fill the vacuum with your image. And for the first time, she might truly see you. Not because you disappeared out of anger, but because you understood that your value was never in how hard you chased, but in your strength to walk your own path, in peace. If you are ready to commit to this evolution, to your own freedom, then subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. The true power is not in being noticed, it's in being respected. And respect is something you command, not something you ask for.